Hello. Welcome to a new week. We are in May. Yay. So, yesterday I went on a scale and I dropped 7.4 pounds. So, my total for 2 months is 19.4. So, I was a little bit like, come on, couldn't I just get to the 20? So, it's like, I'm a little devastated about the point 0.6. So, anyway, not really, but I'm close to 20 pound weight loss. So keto is working. It's definitely working. I'm enjoying the food. I do want to start walk more. So I think now that the weather is consistently good during the evenings, it's nice. I am going to start walking more and try and see if I can do like a 2-3 mile walk about every other day. Um, yeah, so yeah, keto's working, guys. Keto's working. Now I'm going to do a blog post on it because there's certain things that comes with weight loss that I experienced in the last 2 weeks that are meant to be compliment, but I wasn't thrilled about the comments that were made. So I am going to write a blog post. So the next blog post should be up Sunday. So probably the same day I'm posting this or the day before, the day after I post this. I'm not sure if this is going to come out before that, but anyway, do check out my blog. Also I have my wrap up on there, so you can check that out. So what's the reading goals for this month? So this month, I want to do more. I felt like I read a lot of hardcore books last month where the subject is, either a bit, out there for me. So I think I want to do a little bit more romance. But of course, I have to do drama with it, the contemporary. So right now I am reading Hookshot, and this is by Caddy Ryan. So I'm looking at my Kindle, and I'm about 30% in the book, and let me tell you, I'm loving it. Oh my god, I love when they write a male character that loves jazz. I'm a sucker for jazz. I am a huge fan of especially live shows. But when he mentioned his favorite song was a Miles Davis song, I was like, yeah, yeah. But the characters in this, I love them. I don't know why yet, because I know the drama is gonna come, but for some reason right now I'm really loving these two characters, and they showed up in the first book in the Hoop series, and the first book was Long Shot, and they were in there. How they met in the first book, I immediately wanted to read their story. So I'm really, really loving it so far, and I'm smiling a lot reading their interaction. So we'll see how this goes, and yeah, a little bit of romance with that. Caddy Ryan, she got me right now. So as far as my Caribbean read, so I am definitely, I did pick up Joan Riley romance. Now I can't remember who recommended this. I'm definitely gonna put their name in the bottom, but listen to this blurb. One of the best black women writers around, ranking with the likes of Alice Walker, Maya Angelou, Toni Morrison, Gloria Naylor, and Terry McMillan. And this is City Life. I don't know what publication that is, but when I saw this, I said, she must be somebody important or has some kind of cloud on her, because I don't recall ever hearing about this author. And maybe shame on me if I haven't, but she is Jamaican, and this book was published back in 1988. Don't know nothing about it. So this is about two sisters and different personality, and I guess there's some things that happen, and they had their grandparents arrive from Jamaica. I'm not sure where they are, because it's saying that they arrive from Jamaica. So I'm assuming this might be England situation, because I think the author lives in England, perhaps. Yes. So definitely gonna read it and get back to you. I'm literally on the page 4. So I didn't really read anything to really give you any how if I care for it yet, but we'll see. Then I am definitely gonna pick up The Star Side of Bird Hill by Naomi Jackson. This one I did a haul on when I did my Caribbean books, so I am definitely going to read this, and also has a bit of a, you know, family drama, sisters shenanigans like the other one. So I'll talk more about what the book is about when I read it. So yeah. And then I need to get more into this. So again, this is a slow read for me because it is a short story collection, and I'm going to read a few more short stories this month. Again, I don't want to rush through it because it's a short story. I like to take my time with this. And yeah, and this is a Jamaican author. The other book that I also want to read is this one, Lot. So it's another short story collection by Brian Washington. Now, I seen a lot of people talk about this, and it is also you know, anything, you know, Nicole Dennis Ben gave him a little nice blurb on the back, but I believe the author is I'm not sure. Let me not talk too much about this, what these short stories about, but it got a really good reception. A lot of people like the stories in this, so definitely gonna read this. It's gonna be another short story collection that I'm gonna take my time with and let you know, how I feel. So yeah, and I think he said right here is stories of his neighborhood. Probably have some family stuff going on in there, so we'll see. I don't know. And then I'm probably going to do A Woman Is No Man at some point as well this month. And this one is the 3 generation of Palestinian American women and cultural things that they're dealing with. So yeah, I want to, but I probably won't, because this one looks like it's just gonna take up too much time. But look guys, look at this chunker, look at this chunker. So this is a non-fiction, and it also, you know, won the bigger prize recently, and I got it before they put that damn stamp on there, so I was excited. But I don't know, and this one is gonna be like a 1 month kind of read, because I think when I do read this, I'm gonna break it up into chapters to get through it, because I mean guys, I love that they have these pictures in it, but still look at the font guys. So this is definitely gonna be a real commitment to read. So I don't know if I'm gonna do this one, but then I thought about maybe waiting to nonfiction November and read towards the end of the year, because usually November I might, you know, do NaNoWriMo again, so this might be the only book I end up reading that month. So I'm still thinking, but you know, I'm a moody reader, so it all depends on how I feel, and I might one day decide to pick it up and start reading it. Don't know yet, but we'll see. So that is the goal. So I'm going to cook something different today, and I'm still trying different food, different seasoning, and yeah, so yep, that is the goal right now. And yeah, get back to you guys. So guys, since I can't have no pasta, just have some zucchini pasta, you know, my version of Rasta pasta, and I am gonna have it with salmon. So yeah. Hello, sir. So I am about 60% in the book, and oh, it's I'm enjoying it, but the subject is just, oh my god, such a, yeah, it's a bit deep. So what I do like about Caddy Ryan, what I'm realizing now, being that this is my third book I'm reading from her, is that she's touched on these like women who have dealt with some kind of violence against them, whether it's physical or sexual. And in this particular story, this is dealing with women. There's a section I'm reading now where it's a women's group, and these are women who were sexually violated as a child, and how it changed how they think about sex as an adult, and not just sex but intimacy. And it's such a big difference with intimacy and actual sex. And I am literally have moments where I feel like I want to cry, because just how she talks about um, the lack of intimacy, and how some of these women would just have sex and feel like sex defined them, but don't know what intimacy is. And this particular character, the main character, she is learning how to be intimate without it necessarily being about sex. But she still fears sex. So I don't even know how this is gonna play out, but oh my God, it's very interesting. I do love that they dealt, like how she's writing about this subject. I do think it's really, really, really good. So yeah, I'm gonna continue reading. Yeah. Yeah, it went from fun laugh to, yeah, this is serious subject that is not the greatest mood to be in when you're reading this, but it's necessary to put stuff like this in books, because not every romance is gonna be the typical, sugar coated kind of story. So I do like that she's talking about something like this. So yeah, continue. Hello and welcome to Comfy Cozy Up. So today I'm going to be talking about my wrap up. So I did finish Shot, and that is the Caddy Ryan third book in a Hoop series, and I loved it. It dealt with some serious subject, and I love both characters. I thought she was the woman. Lotus was the cousin of the of Iris, which is in the first book, Long Shot. And because I really love Long Shot, and in Long Shot, how they met, I just knew they were gonna have their own story immediately. I said, oh no, they're gonna have their own story because of how they met, and how it didn't continue. No, there's nothing extra that was done in that story. It's like they met, they stared, that was like some connection, and then they never see each other again in the story. So I knew there was going to be a spin-off, so I was prepared for it. But I was very much surprised at how she tackled the subject of childhood sexual assault, and how she, in the book, she wrote a group of women who were able to talk about the experience and how it changed them, and how it affects them as an adult. And it deals with intimacy and sex. And I think a lot of time in romance novel, a lot of times you just hearing instantly how people are sexually connected and having sex, and it's just always just sex, sex, sex. And I love how it has a erotic sexual moment, but it played with the emotion. It played with how not just having sex, but having a somewhat of a spiritual connection to someone. And in this book, she uses Song of Solomon a lot. The verses are sprinkled throughout the story, and these were beautiful verses that was used to really talk about their love, and how their romance blossom, and how they are helping each other, because he is a man who had never really had that kind of connection, even though he's seen it with his parents. and he's like an introvert, and he's now just want to talk, want to express himself, and never felt like that before. And it was just beautiful. I was just like, yes, yes, yes. There was a part of the story that was a bit extra, but somewhat it worked, because it worked to kind of give the female character somewhat of a purpose in her life, somewhat of a family connection, because of, especially since she lost so much as a child. And so I was okay with how that was tied into the story. It gave her something about her personality that was extra, that was a bit of a gift, you know, that meant something in the story. And I love how that was done in a way where it didn't make the story like, it didn't take away from the story, if that's the best way. If you've read this book, you know what I'm talking about. So overall, yes, I definitely recommend this book. I do think it's worth reading. Caddy Ryan definitely surprised me, and I don't know why it took so long to read her books, but I would definitely want to read some more of her other stories. And for the three, of course, the first one, Long Shot, I thought that was amazing. I did a written review, so I'm going to put that in the description bar. The second book was Block Shot, which I didn't love as much as the other two. I thought it was an okay, because I think the female character just annoyed me. There were moments where I was just annoyed. I understood why she made some of the decisions, but I was just, something about her personality just did not work well with me. So it was an okay read. And then the third book, which is what I just reviewed, Hookshot, I loved it. It's definitely something that I highly recommend. So that's it. But as far as the other romance, I did start Pretty Reckless. Now, I did a full review of the Sinners of Saint series. I'm going to link it down the bottom if you haven't seen it. And I love the series. It's four different friends, male friends. And then there's also a spin-off Bay in 5 books. And this is now the 6th book in the series, but it's a completely spin-off, so you don't have to read the other books. So what I like about this is, when I did my review back in November of 2017, I said, oh, this series can continue, because I can see these children that these men have growing up to create some havoc on some people, they're gonna be just like their father in a way. And exactly what she did with the spin-off. It is called Pretty Reckless, and it is Jamie's daughter, which I'm shocked, because so far in this, I'm about 40% in, and her personality is not Jamie. It's definitely Vicious. I thought she was Vicious' child, and so that part was kind of shocking. I'm like, but Jamie wasn't that bad, but she's awful. She definitely reminds me of Vicious, but at the same time, I'm intrigued. I'm enjoying it. I mean, I don't feel like it's gonna be as good as her father's story, because as her father and her father's best friend's story. But you never know. I'm only 40% in, so we'll see how that works out. But apparently all the men are gonna have spin-off from their children. So, and the second book is gonna be of Reckless Child. So I'm still trying to figure out how reckless child wasn't this one. So we'll see how that works out. So anyway, and finally, Ethics 5 finally have a release date. I found it yesterday. I was shocked. I was like, yes. The 5th book is going to be released July 15. So it's not that far away. I'm going to still hold on to my patience, because I need to get that book in my hand immediately. But apparently I gotta wait till July 15th. So anyway, that is it, guys. So thanks for watching this week's vlog, and yeah, have a good day. It's a rainy day, so I'm gonna relax and read. So thanks for watching, and have a good day. Bye.